Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to the chemistry class. Today we will start a new chapter, and the chapter name is Air and Atmosphere. All of you know that air is a mixture and it has various applications in our day-to-day life. The major constituents of air are nitrogen and oxygen. Oxygen is very much essential for our breathing, okay, and without oxygen no animal, no plant can survive their lives. Nitrogen also is an important, okay, component of uh, fertilizers. Even in protein, nitrogen is present. So without protein, structure of cell is not possible, as cell structure is made of what? Protein, lipid, protein. Actually, in this new chapter, we will learn about air is a mixture of gases, composition of air, usage of its constituents. Next, we will discuss the uh, oxygen is needed for combustion. Next, change of mass during burning, and word equation for reactions of metals and non-metals with oxygen. Next very important thing is acid rain and its effect. Next we will study the properties of oxygen, and next we will discuss the distinguish between the respiration and combustion. Respiration is a slow process and combustion is a fast process. Okay, and finally we will discuss the distinguish between the combustion and rusting. Okay, so before going to start this chapter, a small introduction is required. Okay, so all of you know that a man can live without food for few days. Okay, but without water for many hours, but without oxygen or air, okay, few minutes only. So air is the most important part of our life. So air contains oxygen that helps not only breathing but also in burning processes also. So without this process we cannot able to produce heat energy. So air is invisible but we can feel the flow of air. Air is extended up to 300 kilometers from the surface of the earth. Okay, for surviving of the life also. Okay, some parts of air is also dissolves in water. Okay, because oxygen it is not dissolving in water, so it will be very difficult for aquatic lives, okay, to survive their lives, or aquatic plants, aquatic animals. Okay, now we'll discuss the composition of air. Okay, so nitrogen 70% is present, oxygen 21% present, carbon dioxide will be around 0.03% to 0.04%. Inert gases will be 0.9%. Inert gases, you know, that helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. Next one is water vapor. Water vapor amount it will be variable. Okay, in case of rainy season, humidity will be very high, water vapor content will be very high. In case of winter season, it will be less. Okay, or summer season, it will be less. Next, the dust particle is all time is present in air. Okay, as well as different types of impurities will be there. Impurities may be maybe smoke. Okay, it may be germs, it may be the particles, different types of particles. Okay, that are present. Okay, uh, in the composition of air. So the major constituent that you have to remember, that nitrogen and oxygen. Okay, and carbon dioxide percentage and inert gas percentage also you try to remember. Okay, next we'll discuss that in the ancient times air was considered as an element. Okay, but now it has been proved that air is a mixture of gases. In the year of 1774, Anthony Lavoisier, okay, performed some experiment. He showed that the nitrogen and oxygen are the main constituents of air. So he took some mercury in a retort. I am showing the structure of retort, then you can easily understand. This is the structure of retort. Okay, so this is the structure of retort. Here he took some, this is the mercury. And here heating element is there to apply heat. That means burner. And the end part of the retort, okay, that means end of the retort, okay, was connected with a bell jar containing air, okay, and the bell jar also kept in a inverted position, okay, over mercury content a trap. Okay, if I draw the structure, then you can easily understand. So here one trap will be there. Trap means one container. And here one inverted jar is there, bell jar is there. And here it is filled with mercury also. This is nothing but mercury. And this is the inverted bell jar, okay? And this is the trap containing mercury. So again I am telling that Lavoisier showed that nitrogen and oxygens are the main constituents of air, okay? And he took this retort, taking some mercury inside, okay, in the retort, and he applied heat, okay, or heated it, okay? And the other end of the retort was connected to a bell jar, okay, and bell jar was kept in inverted positions over the mercury content in a trap. Okay. Now what will be the observation? A red layer of mercuric oxide, that is HgO. The red. So a red layer of mercuric oxide was formed on the surface of the mercury in the retort. Here one mercuric oxide layer will be formed here. Hope you can understand. And the level of the mercury in the bell jar, okay, rose by 1/5. Suppose this is 5 part, so this is 1/5 part increased. Initially it was the same level, okay, but after heating, okay, the mercury level rose 1/5 of the total volume of the bell jar. Hope you can understand what I am telling. Now what is happening actually? Actually, inside mercury is there and air is there, air containing oxygen. So this mercury, whenever you are applying heat in presence of oxygen, that means here it will form mercuric oxide, and that is the red in color. This mercuric oxide is red in color. Hope you can understand. So 1/5 portion of air in the bell jar was used up by mercury in the retort to form some red substances, and the air was called active air, okay, and that is why you are getting these red substances, okay, and this could be reobtained on strong heating these red substances. That means again if you take this HgO and again you are applying heat, then what will happen? There will be formation of Hg plus O2. Okay, see, oxygen you will get back, okay, and this oxygen, okay, whatever we are telling as active air, okay, and this will help in the burning, okay, that is why it is called active air or oxygen, and actually Lavoisier named this as oxygen. And the remaining 4/5 part, okay, of this bell jar or air in the bell jar, okay, was inactive air, as it does not support the burning. Hope you can understand. And the inactive air neither support combustions, okay, or burning of air, okay. And if you take some candle, okay, in the lighting condition, so it will be extinguished. Hope you can understand what I am telling. So the inactive air in the bell jar was tested by putting some burning candle in the gas, and the flame of the candle was extinguished. So it did not support the combustion, and the gas was named as azote. The nitrogen gas, whatever is present, this is called azote. A-Z-O-T-E, azote. Okay, and meaning unsuitable for life. Okay, so if any living things, if I keep in the nitrogen atmosphere, okay, he cannot take breathing. Without oxygen, he cannot survive. Later, Lavoisier, scientist Lavoisier, named it as nitrogen. Hope you can understand. So, from this experiment, we can prove that, or we prove that, okay, the air by volume contains 1/5 oxygen, as air 1/5 mercury level rises, okay, and 4/5 part is nitrogen. So nitrogen and oxygens are two main gases present in the air in the ratio 4:1. Hope you can understand. So today up to this, next we will discuss more different types of activities there in this chapter that we will discuss. So today up to this, bye bye.